Hello? Hello, Hunter, it's me, Charles. Oh, Charles. Wait, I don't know. I don't know it, Charles. Who are you? Oh, Hunter, you're going senile. It's me, your good friend Charles Dickens. Oh, Charlie. You gave me a sincere fright for a second. It's okay, Henry. We're still getting used to having these new doodads around. Hello? Charlie, are you there? I need you to help me continue to write this story.
He was heavily influenced by French realist and naturalist Zola, Daudet, and Goncourt, who he had met in Paris in 1884. Another person that influenced Henry James was Edith Wharton when they became friends. Their friendship had a big impact on both writers and their work. Some of the writers he would be influenced by were Edgar Allan Poe, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, and Henrik Ibsen, to name a few. James was interested in human behavior and the inner workings of the mind. He used modernist techniques such as stream of consciousness narration. Henry used this to capture his characters in a much more realistic way and explore the psychology of his characters. He focused on the effect of external events on individual consciousness. Henry James Sr. was an American theologian and the father to the philosopher William James, and the novelist Henry James, along with the diarist Alice James. Henry James III was the son of William James. Like his uncle, he was a successful writer who won the Pulitzer Prize for autobiography or biography. Alice James died of breast cancer in the late 1800s. Before she passed, her brother William sent her a letter about how much he pitied her.
You must save what you can of your life. You mustn't lose it all simply because you have a lust apart. What? What the? Henry, is it working now? Charles, you goof, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh, but Henry, I just wanted to tell you that I got the phone to work. Okay then. Anyway, we've been friends for a while. Do you think you can read this excerpt I've written?
The telephone was invented in 1849. The telephone is inexpensive and simple to operate. The word telephone comes from the Greek roots tele meaning far and phone meaning sound. Telephone would translate to far sound. The telephone is comprised of a power source, a switch hook, a dialer, a ringer, a transmitter, a receiver, and an anti-sidetone circuit. Charles John Huffam Dickens was an English novelist and social critic who created some of the world's best-known fictional characters, and is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era. Born on February 7, 1812, Portsmouth, Hampshire, England. Worked on a daily journal for 20 years. Made over 15 novels. Was an indefatigable letter writer, and campaigned vigorously for children's rights, for education, and for other social reforms. The 24-year-old Henry James met Dickens in 1867, during Dickens' second trip to America, and he remembered how tremendously it had been laid upon young persons of our generation to feel Dickens, down to the soles of our shoes. They met and had dinner together with one of James's friends. James was only in his early 20s while Dickens was 55 at the time. James described Dickens as the master. His father, Henry James Sr., was a philosopher and lecturer. Henry James was never married. He wanted to be a lawyer but soon found that it didn't interest him after attending Harvard Law School. Henry James was a key transitional figure between literary realism and modernism. Growing up, his family would move back and forth to Europe. Even though he's known for his fiction works, James was one of the most important literary critics who ever lived.
So this book, The Portrait of the Lady, what inspired you to write this? Personal freedom and independence, manipulation and betrayal, and responsibility and gender roles. Well, Henry, you sure do got yourself a weenie on God. Thanks, Charles. I knew these damn tellies would do me good.
Yeah, the video is actually not done yet. Here's a brief summary about the different phases in his life.